Well, if y'all are ready, let's fucking do it. Start with the weekly catch up. Anything of note from the week that anybody wants to talk about?
Yeah, so I have like a long-winded one, okay?
I mean, you do what you gotta do, I guess. If it goes too long, we'll just cut you off and move on.
So basically, there's this dude that has been a fucking menace at the place I work at various locations over the years.
A menace?
He's just been a fucking menace. Yeah, there's not a better way to explain this dude. He's just a fucking
Like
menace.
Dennis? Dennis the
No.
Menace?
Yes, it's just every time it's a fucking nightmare. Every time it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean?
He just walks
not
in
even a
and you
doubt.
know.
He doesn't. Yeah. So basically, the dude is just like he's special. Okay, I'm gonna call him Gary. That's not his actual name. I'm just gonna, for the sake of the argument, call him Gary.
Yeah, sure.
So the dude just has problems. Like originally when he started coming in, this was like 8 years ago when I first started, the dude was still allowed in the store, right? So basically he just doesn't know how to like be a human being.
Okay, elaborate on that.
He's a massive dickhead. So
Okay.
like back then he could walk, right? He could still walk. So he started coming in on a cane. He was just a dickhead to everybody. And then he started coming in on a walker. And that's when the problems really started, is when he only had his walker.
All right, dude. So just angry at the world. I got it.
Yeah. And so it came down to eventually just having to ban him from the store because he kept asking female employees to help him take his pants off in the bathroom so he could use the restroom.
Wait, I think I remember this.
Yeah, it's the guy. Yeah, same guy.
I think because he used to come where I used to work.
Yeah, that's where I met him the first time.
Oh, okay. I do remember this. I only like remember one-ish interaction with that exact thing. That's why I remember this. Is they were like, "Yo, some fucking dudes over here trying to ask girls to take his pants off in the bathroom." I was like, yeah, you gotta go. Can't stay here."
Same fucking guy, right? Even after all these years, same fucking guy.
Wow.
So eventually he gets banned from that original store, right?
Sure.
Because of that.
Yeah, for sure.
So over time, like, you know, tensions cool off. The dude can't walk anymore. Like the diabetes just eat his feet away, and he has to wear like these hard plastic boots or whatever, and he can't walk.
Had one of those for a while.
And he's still, surprisingly enough, a massive fucking dickhead.
Yeah, sounds like just mad at the world at this point.
Yeah, like there's just nothing can fix this guy. Like he's made his call. He's made his decision, you know. This is his life now.
Yeah.
So anyways, he eventually gets banned from the store again, that store, and he's not allowed back. And he calls and he's like, "Just ask them if they can just run it out to me." That's exactly how he talked about it. Like, well, just ask them if they can do this for me.
Why does he gotta? Why does he need that so bad? Like, what is it that he needs so bad in there?
I don't know. In that store specifically, where he knows he has problems, you know what I mean? So after the whole shit goes down at that original store again, when he's in the wheelchair, he starts branching out, going to different places, being a dickhead elsewhere. But he doesn't do exactly what he did at our store, right? Like he's not like playing it cool, but he's also not like off the fucking rails completely like he was. So like tensions kind of die down after a while, you know, like everybody kind of goes to their corner and it's more or less fine. Like it's not great, but it's fine. So like 3 years ago, when I transferred to this other store, this is the store he starts to frequent. So there's like a year in between, maybe like the last time I meet him and then meeting him again at this other location.
Are you just like roll your eyes to the back of your fucking head at this point?
Yeah, like I already know who this guy is, and everybody knows who this guy is, right? And I'm already telling my guy, I'm like, bro, we just need, like, it's just best for everybody if we just get this dude the fuck out of here. He's like, no, we gotta get him, you know, it's like, that only happened at the store, can't do it here, you know what I mean? Like, just being very, you know, professional about it. You know, it is what it is. Like, you can't
fuck professionalism. I'd have just kicked his ass out.
Like, I get where he's coming from.
I mean, for sure, I can sympathize with his side, but like at this point, we already know what the outcome is.
Yeah, we already know it's a problem.
Yeah.
But so basically, the last time he's allowed in that store, he comes in his little fucking walker. Basically, he has to call somebody, like some random person, to help him get his walker out because he can't walk to the back of his car anymore, right?
Oh,
Or
jeez.
his wheelchair. He has to call somebody to help get his wheelchair out of the trunk.
So he just sits in his car and waits, or he has
Yeah,
somebody?
he just flags some random person down as soon as he sees them.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, anyways, he does this every time. It's like, okay, so it's already an issue. And then he's in the store, and when he's in the store, he continues to act like a fucking dickhead, and he's just screaming at people and shit. And it's just like, all right, so we have enough, and we ban him. Like, he's not allowed in this location anymore. He's not allowed in any other location where we can talk to literally anybody that knows us. We tell everybody, don't let this motherfucker in.
So all the stores and you're saying all the stores that you can reach are now banning him from there.
Yeah, and I just explain what he sounds like on the phone, and they're like, "Oh, we know that guy."
Oh no, it's the same thing with me. They're like, "Oh wait, that fucking guy."
Yeah, still kicking around, being
Oh,
a fucking
my
massive
God.
dickhead. So, anyways,
Anyway,
he comes the other day, and he doesn't even call, right? So I'm taking something out for another customer, and I see him pull up, and I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." Because I already know it's gonna be a problem. He flags some random customer down to help him get his shit out while I'm helping another customer. And so when I'm done helping the customer I'm already helping, I go over there and I talk to him. I'm like, "Look, you already know you're not coming in." He's like, "But yeah, you could just call your boss and he'll say you can let me in." I'm like, "No, he already knows I'm not. You know I'm not gonna let you in, and he's not here. You know, basically, I'm like, he's not gonna save you from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not coming in. You know what I'm saying?" And the guy, so he's not in his wheelchair yet. The customer just put it up against his car when I told him to, I got this or whatever. So I just put his wheelchair back in the trunk and fucking slammed that shit.
did you
I was like,
really?
what? Yeah, I was
Oh
like,
my God.
so I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do now? He's got no play. He literally can do nothing now.
Bro,
He has
if he has grit, he'll get out and start crawling to the back of his fucking trunk.
so I'm like, yeah, you gotta go, man. You can't come in. And he's just fucking this. I swear to God, he's like, "Fuck you, you fucking bitch." And I was like, "All right, you have a nice day." And then just left his ass in the parking lot. Like, fuck you, man. Like, what are you gonna do? I put your only form of transportation in the trunk. Fuck you. Come on, man.
That's actually
Anyways,
hilarious.
You better be careful doing that, dude.
Yeah, I said, fuck it. I'm not dealing. Today is not the day. You know what I mean?
Today is not the day.
Fuck, yesterday wasn't the day either. Today definitely ain't the day. Yeah, so fuck that guy forever.
I can't believe I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, he's still going around, man.
Still fucking kicking around being a
Jesus
dickhead.
Christ, dude.
Just can't help himself, man.
Yeah,
Like, just
I guess I get it at that point, right? Like, why not be mad at the world and just be a dickhead? That doesn't help anything, but like, I guess I get it. Like, if I couldn't walk, I'd be pretty fucking
I
pissed
mean,
off
to
too.
be fair, he's getting off pretty easy because I mean, if
For
anybody
sure.
would have called the cops, he'd be in jail.
well, so like I actually forgot the main reason why he got kicked out of the store I'm currently at, and I just now remembered why. Basically, he went to the restroom, right, and then he literally shit everywhere, just everywhere,
Just diarrhea.
just fucking annihilated the fucking thing, right? And then he asked some random customer to help him clean it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear he did that at the other store too.
See, I
No,
don't-
no, 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 no. He was asking people to help him into the restroom.
See, I don't remember if he did that at the other store or not, but I know he did it here because I was just like, all right, that's
That's the last
this-
straw.
yeah, I remember that now because it wasn't when he was fucking screaming and like about to hit another customer, even though he's in a wheelchair. Like, come on.
Just
Just
fucking
walk
wheel
away
him
from
away.
it.
Yeah.
Does he not understand that there's handles on the back of that wheelchair and you could just roll him right out the front door?
Yeah.
Takes a lot of his agency away. You know what I mean? Like,
His little
There's
hard
just-
boots ain't stopping shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, see you later, bud.
it was just one of those more bizarre things, and I don't know. Maybe it's just I just don't understand the thought process that goes into his day-to-day life.
Wake
It's
up.
like, why do you
be
have to be such
angry.
a dickhead?
Go to sleep.
Because it's
Be
not like
angry.
any of us were dickheads to him. You know what I mean? It's not like we started this beef. It was just him being a human being that started this beef.
I don't understand what he needs at a store so bad that he won't just fuck off somewhere else. Like, just go
Well,
to Walmart. Go somewhere else.
If I had to guess,
He's probably been banned from
Yeah,
there.
he's probably banned from all those places.
I just don't understand, like, why this story? You know what I mean? Like, out of all the things, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, and even after all this time, it's like, dude, you know me. Like, we've talked on the phone. Like, we've met so many times over the course of 8 fucking years.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know me, man. Like, why is it when I tell you some shit, you're like, oh, just call your boss? No, I'm not calling my boss. Fuck you. Like,
Can you just talk like that?
Go
with the
straight
rest?
to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
yeah, suck my ass. Call my boss. Fuck you.
Can you just do your impersonation of him for the rest of the time?
Well, I wish I could say, bro, I can nail the fucking names too in the exact way he fucking says the
Dude,
names.
you should have just, when he told you to call your boss, you should have used your fingers as a phone and been like, oh, he's not allowed in? Great, thanks. And then just fucking put it back in. That's what you should have done.
It's like it's sad. Don't get me wrong. Like, it is sad, but at the same time, like, I would have a lot more sympathy
It's not
for you
sad.
if you weren't just such a cunt.
It's not sad, man. It's not sad.
Yeah.
That guy is literally a sexual predator.
I mean, for sure, right? Like, he's just kind of playing off his old, decrepit age.
100%. So don't feel bad for that guy. Not even one small ounce.
I mean, a little bit, but, you know. It's just, you gotta have a...
No, there's nothing to feel sorry about. He's a fucking sexual predator.
Yeah, and the weird thing about it is like I don't remember what his like current job is, but it's got something to do with like the church.
Gross.
Yikes.
That's even grosser. I just feel sorry for his life, all right? Like, that's a rough life.
Could be
He
better.
chose that life.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
He chose the diabetes. The diabetes didn't choose him. Oh, that's rough, man. That's actually hilarious, though.
Yeah, fuck him.
Oh boy.
Starting out strong. I'm still, I don't know why I'm so triggered about it. I shouldn't be, but I am. 'Cause
Nah, I
fuck him.
mean, you know,
I mean, you got every reason to be.
fuck the guy. At the end of the day, fuck him. I think the wheelchair was the right play.
Yeah,
I can't believe you did that.
just put that shit right back in the trunk. Like, not fuck it today, but
No, you're not coming in. Bam. Shut the trunk.
Yeah, that's for sure the right play.
I wondered, was the customer there when you did that, or the person that helped him, or no?
no, they were walked off already. They had already gone.
That they
So-
would have cared, you know.
They were already kind of freaked out because it's not like he's asking nicely. Like, he literally just screams.
Hey! Ah!
That's exactly what he does. He goes, "Ah! Ah!"
Ah!
And, yeah, and it's just it is basic. It's a parody of humanity is what he is. Like, he's just
Oh my goodness.
just not even a real human at this point. I don't want to say he's less than a human. But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
as close as it gets to being subhuman.
Well, another great story from Parker. Dude, what are we gonna do whenever you leave this? We're not gonna have any good stories.
I don't know. Jesus. We might not have any more good stories, but hopefully I'll have my fucking sanity.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
That's a good trade-off.
yeah. Probably take that any day of the week. So Ryan, are you gonna come fence with us? You gonna do that?
I was kind of talking to Parker about that.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, if I have time, it's definitely something I don't mind doing.
We'll work it to, like, I think initially, right? Like, there's no point to do it like every fucking day. It'd be like a once a week thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I don't mind doing, but I'm actually in the process. I've been training and working out. I'm actually going to try to apply for the police department whenever they start hiring again.
Are they
I've been doing a
not?
lot of no, not right now. They're not, but I've been doing a lot of running. I went out and bought a machine so I can do like bench presses and fucking leg lifts and pretty much everything. So I've been doing that for about a week, probably about a week now.
Only like a year left, bud.
Yeah, I know, man. But hey, like I got an elliptical. Like I was telling Parker the other night, I can run 2 miles on the elliptical in 8.5 minutes, which isn't bad. Today I ran 3 miles in 12 and a half minutes, I think, or 12 minutes 15 seconds or something like that. So I mean, my cardio is definitely better. And since I've started running, I haven't been having as many asthma attacks either because my lungs are actually like opening up and they're like, holy shit, this is what it fucking feels like to breathe, Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
instead of
welcome to the team.
instead of being a fat ass laying around all day, fucking eating chips and drinking Dr. Peppers, like so I can definitely feel my body in a different place than what I was a week ago, but I know that there's a long way to go
Ryan's about to
to
start
get
dadding out hardcore, dude.
there's a long way to go to get to where I want to be, but I got on the scale the other day and I was at 230 pounds. So that's up there.
Bro, I'm
And
240. Big dog.
yeah, I know. And
Big
like, I
dogs.
don't, you look at me and it's like, you can't tell I'm 230, but I know I'm 230 because I step on the fucking scale.
Shit. You look at me, you know my ass 240.
Yeah,
You're
but I
like
mean,
230, 240?
but in a week's time, I mean, I lost 3 pounds, so I'm down to 227 now. So,
Yeah, you just gotta
I
take it
mean,
easy. Don't hurt yourself, obviously.
the main thing is like if I could just quit these fucking Dr. Peppers, man, that would just drop my weight
Dude,
quick.
bubblies. Go.
I don't know about like if you want to do like quitting completely, like just more moderation. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
Jackie's gonna get like yesterday. I only have one Dr. Pepper. Normally, I only have like 2 a day, but there's 150 calories in one can of
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, man.
And high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, and that just sticks to your insides.
Yeah,
So
that's not
Jackie's actually gonna look at getting me like 0 calorie Dr. Pepper or something like that to like substitute it out.
Dude, try the bubblies. That's what we use for like Coke substitute or all those bubbly drinks. They're not half
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, I'll look into it. But I mean, I gotta do something because I still need the caffeine intake, obviously, because I've been hooked on Dr. Pepper's like it's fucking cocaine for my entire life. But I gotta figure out how to like slowly wean myself off of it, and that will definitely help me. I know it will. But it also doesn't help that I don't eat vegetables and I only eat straight meat and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, to a point. As long as you're getting whatever nutrients you need, I mean, fuck it. At the end of the day, you eat what you eat, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just eating straight meat, man. Like
Just
straight meat.
Fucking meat. Put it on the fire and put it in my mouth.
I mean, you can definitely make it work with just meat. You just have to
Yeah.
eat like a little bit of fiber.
Yeah, like the keto diet's like straight meat, which I'm not doing keto or nothing like that. So don't like, oh, he's one of those guys. But that diet does consist of straight meat, and I've seen a lot of people do it that have seen like huge results
Brian,
on
the year is
losing weight.
2021. If you want to do a keto diet, do a keto diet, brother.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna
Yeah.
say anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but yeah, I definitely feel a lot better since I've been working out than I did before, and of course that's the goal, right? But like, I get up earlier, I have more energy throughout the day. I just feel motivated now that I got something to work for,
Yeah.
and I really want to do this. Like, I really want to do it. So I took the practice test that they had online. It was an 80 question test. I made a 90 on it, just for one go through. So
Do
I mean,
you
that's not
shoot
bad.
grandma? No, don't shoot grandma.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more than that. Like the practice test, they have like maps in there, and it tells you like you're at the corner of this intersection and this intersection, and you find it, and it's like, okay, you respond to a call at this intersection and this intersection. What's the quickest way to get there? But this street is closed down from here to here. So it really like makes you think about, how to do things. And yeah, it's just there's a lot to it. And then,
Can you kick a 12-year-old like a Spartan?
Yeah, that's definitely not a question, but
It should be.
Yeah, it should be for sure.
yeah.
The
But,
fucking should be in there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely something that I want to do. I was talking to my wife about it, and she thinks that I should do it too. Plus, excuse me, the pay's decent. The benefits are good. You get a pension plan, so
Wow.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely something to work for.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate. My family's background is all first responders. I don't hate on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I talk a lot of shit.
My
and
dad did
everything,
get
but
shot though. So,
yeah, I remember that. I remember you telling me that.
So I mean, he did get shot.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. You know,
with his own gun. I'm
comes
just,
with the territory.
yeah, I'm just saying, just
I
like,
know,
just,
I
just give
know,
the hard think around.
I know.
Maybe go
It's
be a
definitely
firefighter.
no. Asthmatics and smoke really don't mix. I don't know if you know that or
Yeah, you
not.
get pure oxygen, bro.
I-
You wear a mask. It's even better for your
it
asthma,
just
dude.
makes you feel invincible.
Yeah, it's even better, bro. You're just getting straight oxygen pumped to your fucking dome, dude.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, Fort Worth is definitely like, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's the best route for me to go because they have their own academy. If I don't do Fort Worth, that means that I have to go to college and do all that fun stuff, which that's definitely an option, but it's just easier to go through Fort Worth
Well, let's
because of
be
that.
real. What other city would you rather do? Let's like, like what other
Yeah.
city would you rather be in than Fort Worth? That seems like the best case scenario.
Well, and if you go to like a smaller city like Westworth or some shit like that, you're not even qualified to work in Fort Worth. You know what I mean? Like even if you wanted to go to Fort Worth, you don't have the minimum policing qualifications that they expect. You still have to go through their academy all over again if you want to go to Fort Worth.
Yeah, it depends on what city you work for. Yeah, that's definitely correct. But like if I was to get with Arlington, well, I could lateral entry into Fort Worth. But the issue with Arlington is the only way to get into their police academy or into their police force is to currently be a police officer, or you have to have a freaking bachelor's degree to
Criminal
become a.
justice.
Yeah, you have to have a bachelor's degree just to be a entry level police officer with
Bro,
their
I mean,
department.
that's fair though. Like, you got to deal with all the sports things all the time. Like that's gonna be 99% of your job in Arlington is just dealing with sporting events.
Yeah, sporting events. Yeah, 100%.
And then, of
So
course, the last couple of years haven't been so kind to the Arlington PD.
Yeah.
no, definitely not. But I mean, another department that I would probably like to go to would be Burleson. Granted, they don't hire a lot, and it's very hard to get in with their police department.
Yeah, dude. Easy
But
town.
Burleson would be a good police department to work for.
You just have to deal with little kid assholes like us during the summer, breaking your
Yeah,
windows.
I mean, it's really not. I mean, Burleson's a good area, Other than that, I don't know of another city that I would want to go to.
You know what I would do if I was you is go conservation officer. That seems like a way funner job. You get to be outside all day, get a dog.
You're talking about like K9?
No, like a game warden.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, game warden would be all right, but I mean, even if you're a regular cop, you're going to be outside all day.
Yeah, but you got to
Driving
deal with
around.
you got to deal with assholes more than likely. You don't deal
I mean,
with
that's
as
the
many
thing.
assholes.
That's the thing too. Game wardens can still enforce regular law.
Yeah,
like
they're an
they
officer.
have that right and more.
Yeah.
But my issue, not my issue. I say my issue, but my thing. What I want to do is I would want to do like detective work. Like get in, do my 3 years, get the promotion, do detective work. I think that would be really cool. And if not detective work, maybe even try to get into like SWAT. Like special weapons, tactics, all that shit before.
I'd rather do
really
SWAT.
Cool
Detective seems fun, but like at the
it's
end
a
of the
lot
day,
of thinking and
well,
stuff like that.
to me, it's not even fuck that. That's the part I would enjoy. The part I would hate is seeing like a dead child. Like
You're gonna
all
see
the
that
gruesome
regardless.
shit. Yeah, but you don't have to like investigate it. You know what I mean? Like
True.
as just a normal cop, you show up. You're allowed to have emotions. Do that. As a detective, you have to figure out what happened, and it can get disgusting.
Bad. Yeah, no.
It can get bad, and so that's the part that's my personal problem with like detective work. I think
it takes a lot of physical restraint for. I know it already.
And
like,
mental.
It takes a lot of mental restraint and physical restraint for these detectives, and I just want to get up and give it to the people that do that stuff, man. Because it's
that's
bad.
what I'm saying. Like that's one of those things I think you actually have to like routinely see a therapist while you're working that. Just to make sure you're able to deal with what you're seeing, because that's not normal. Like you're not supposed to just deal with that all the time.
No, for sure. But yeah, SWAT would be fun. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that Fort Worth offers.
Yeah.
For their police department, they got all sorts of different. They got K9, they got SWAT, they got all of it. So
well, they're one of the few police forces on the I think
that
in the
have
United
SWAT.
States that have they had one of the few ones that have SWAT, but they're one of the only ones that have federal government training procedures and shit like that. Like not every, it's very rare cities have that. Yeah, because they're partially funded by the federal government to do like training and shit like that. So
yeah, they also get like fully auto weapons and things like that as well. They that's part of their arsenal is fully auto weapons.
No shit.
Yeah. Fort Worth SWAT, yeah, they got fully auto weapons, sniper rifles, things like that. It's all part of their
You don't even
operation.
get full autos in the military, dude. That's sick.
You get full autos in the military,
No,
depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, only one person. Everyone else gets burst shot. One person in your fucking squad gets the saw. Everyone else gets fucking burst shotguns, which makes sense. You know, you're just wasting ammo. You get some little 19-year-old kid just holding down the button. You know, like
Yeah,
that's just a waste.
Fort Worth SWAT, they run you know, the MP5s. They have
Jesus
MP5s that they run.
Christ.
Yeah, I was reading up on it. There's a whole page about it. They run MP5s. They run silencers on all of their AR-15s or M4 platforms that they use.
Them dude's scary. Holy shit.
Yeah, they've got a whole arsenal full of stuff that they're capable of using depending on the situation and what's going on.
That's what I was saying is that they have federal grants and shit, so they have a lot more access to things that other cities or other places wouldn't have. So they have like those massive battering rams too, like those massive APC things. They have crazy shit, man. Just one person step out of line and see what happens.
I mean, that's the thing though too, is you got to think about it this way, man. Like Fort Worth is such a large area. It's 334 square miles. Fort Worth. I don't know if anyone really knows how big Fort Worth is, but
I mean, you know,
just to put it in perspective.
I mean, it takes you 40 minutes to get from the west side all the way to the other end of the east side.
All you
That's
need
what I'm
to know
saying.
is it
It's
touches
such
the
a
airport.
huge city. It's such a huge city, man. It's like, and I think it's like the 11th or 13th biggest city in the United States. Like it is a massive city. So yeah, of course they're going to have a team that is capable of responding to any and everything possible that could happen.
So what you're saying is, until you're ready to go there, you're gonna help us with the fencing thing?
Yeah, if possible. I mean, I don't, working what I work right now, I work a weird schedule. So like I hardly see my family as it is now. So I mean, if there's an opportunity that arises, yeah, I'd definitely help out. I don't mind that.
Yeah, just build a decker or something every now and again.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more excited as time goes on for this, by the way.
I mean, we could talk about it here if you want. It won't take but a minute if you have any questions.
No, it's all pretty straightforward. I literally watched 2 videos on fencing. They were the exact same video by 2 different people. So there's basically one way to do fencing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Now
straightforward.
the deck one's a little bit more. Apparently, there's a little bit more leeway on decks. Like there's a couple different ways you can do like just a basic deck.
Yeah,
but it's all the same principle still.
yeah. Square it up and nail her in. The only big part is like the big part with decks, at least, is if it's attached to the house or not. That's a big problem. It could be a floating deck, which just means it's detached from the house. It's floating, quote unquote. Then those are the easiest because those don't have to be buried either, so you don't have to dig the holes. You just set it on some concrete blocks or something.
Yeah, that seemed to be the thing, is the concrete.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, man. I think I'm gonna we can start working on the website or something. Whenever you want to get started with it, just let me know. Like I said, we'll make flyers. That's the easiest way just to get going. Just good old door-to-door work. Look for shitty fences and be like, "Hey, you need some help with that?" They'll be like, "Hell yeah, I want a not shitty fence." Yeah, man. Like that's what I was saying. Like I didn't want to make it sound like it was super easy, but at the same time, like it really is just super easy. Like just have a brain. That's all you need. A brain and a little bit of muscle. You don't even need a lot of muscle. Just a little bit of muscle. Okay, well that's the natural lull in things. So we want to move on to the real talk section.
Sure.
Do I want to talk about what happened in Afghanistan, or we just want to leave that to what we talked about last week?
I mean, I feel like the situation's still exactly the same. Like I don't really feel like anything has changed.
It has changed. 13 Marines were just killed in an explosion.
170 people.
No one is ever going to claim credit for.
Well, they did. ISIS-K is who claimed credit for it, and we've already bombed their 2 people. We took them out with a fucking drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already been on top of that.
Okay, well, that sounds like we're pretty much caught up on that one. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
The issue that I have with the situation is Biden refuses to take responsibility for such a fuck up. He
I
just
saw
keeps trying
him.
to pass the buck of, well, I inherited this from another administration.
That's true. He
That's what
was
they all
doing
do.
that. Yeah.
No. He's playing on that really hard. They might all do it, but this guy is playing on it every chance he possibly
Look,
has.
if there's someone to blame, it's the fucking Bushes.
I wouldn't
True.
even.
It's hard to get away from that. Yeah.
If there's somebody to fucking blame, it's both the fucking Bushes.
I guess that's true. It's like how far back you want to go on who to blame on this thing.
the Bushes. That's as far back as you need to go.
Like who started this beef, really?
Dude, I just don't understand it, man. Like these people every day, it's like they wake up and they live and they breathe and they spew nothing but hate for Trump. And everything that happens in the world is Trump's fault now.
Yeah, but to be fair, it was the same thing for Obama when he was president. Everything
No,
was Obama's
it
fault.
wasn't.
Dude, it was literally.
It was nowhere near this level.
It was.
I would say that it was to a degree,
Yeah,
but
it
Trump, it was definitely way worse for Trump because you had people whose brains completely broke. Like for Obama, you had people that like he's a secret Muslim and shit like that. It's like,
Yeah.
all right,
Where's the
one
birth
thing.
certificates?
Yeah, that's one thing. But like when you go and you're literally just like the whole country just turns on one person. At least not the whole country, obviously.
Yeah.
People voted for him, but to a degree, like I 100% think it's worse than
Yeah, but I mean, he also
than,
is
him.
way more of an asshole than Obama was. To be fair,
He wasn't an asshole.
He's
he
an
spoke
asshole,
the
but-
truth. He's not an asshole.
He's
he
an
spoke
asshole.
the truth.
He's an asshole.
How can you go from being loved by all these people before you ran for presidency? Everybody loved Trump. He was in
because
movies.
he had money.
They talked about hanging out with him. Basketball players were all in favor. Football players loved the guy.
He had money.
Everybody talked great about him. And then all of a sudden he runs for presidency. He starts telling people exactly how it is, and he's the freaking devil now.
Bro, he's not the devil. He's an asshole. There's a difference.
I don't want to hear it.
I can give
I
you
don't want to hear it. If y'all want
want
to think he's an asshole because he speaks the truth and tells you exactly how it is, fine. He can be an asshole,
He
but
doesn't
he's
always
definitely
speak
not.
the truth.
People don't want to hear the truth, and they hate the person that has to break it to them.
Right. So,
And that is what it is.
so every time he trolls somebody on fucking Twitter, he's just speaking the truth.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
He's an asshole.
Are they bringing it on? Is he putting them in their place and spewing, false news, or is he giving facts?
No,
I
he's
mean-
trolling and being an asshole.
Yeah. Like to a degree, like I'm not saying he's wrong all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not,
sure.
I'm definitely not saying that. I'm not saying that he's incorrectly an asshole, but the fact remains, the
He's
man
an
is
asshole. Yeah, he's an
It's
asshole
like,
through and
the
through.
the second when he was on the campaign trail, he made fun of that reporter that was all fucked up.
All right,
Like, look,
okay,
I
okay,
get why
okay.
he
All
made fun
right,
of
I'll
that.
give you that. Okay, all
I get, I
right.
100% get.
I'll
why
give
he
you
made fun
that.
of guy.
Talking
'Cause
about
that
Ted
guy's actually
Cruz's
a
wife.
person. Yeah.
Talking shit about Ted
He's
Cruz's
a
wife.
Okay, he's a troll. All right, he's
Yeah,
a troll.
an asshole.
He's an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's. I mean, it's just, like I said. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It is what it is. He's just a fucking asshole.
It was a nice change of pace from not being an asshole, because you got to be an asshole to a degree. Like you have a big responsibility, right? Like,
Yeah.
you got to be an asshole. You can't not be an asshole. But at the same time, like there is definitely a limit to which you can be an asshole. So I support being an asshole to a degree.
Yeah, same. I think you're allowed to be an asshole, but I mean,
Parker,
he's
you
an
are
asshole.
an asshole.
That's
so-
what I'm saying. I know how.
Of course,
it is.
of
Like, there's a
course, you would
limit.
support that.
it
But
takes
at
one
the
to know
same
one.
time, At the same time, it's like you do have to know in moderation to not alienate 8 million people. Like when people were talking shit about him, he definitely didn't help himself.
Yeah, no, not at all. He just
And that's
became
why
an
he didn't get
asshole.
reelected. It's because he always dug in. He always tripled down. And he didn't need to.
Yeah, that's true. He really did.
And he had to keep that up. It's the same reason like why the election was
Yeah.
stolen from him and shit. It's like he has to double down. He can't not do that. That's his whole character,
Yeah, that's true.
whether it's true or not.
No, that's kind of true. He does have to portray that. It would look
No,
weird.
no. He's talking about whether the election was stolen was true or not.
Oh,
No, I mean that's
That's what he was saying. Brady said, "Yeah, that's true."
okay. I don't know that.
So
part.
I was trying to preference that because it sounded like Brady's agreeing with, "Yeah, the election was
Bro,
stolen."
Bro, you never fucking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And that's the same shit happens every year. And it's rough, but yeah, I mean Donald Trump's an asshole. He didn't help himself at all.
No.
And in the end, he didn't get reelected president because of how he acted.
Yeah, I mean it's the same.
Allegedly.
It's the same thing that's gonna kill Biden and the Democrats now, right? Like they're getting blamed for all this shit. They're gonna
Like
take a
Mr.
hit.
Magoo is going to change everything. It's like, what is he changing? Nothing. It's the exact same shit Donald Trump did.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it is the cycle of life. Although to be fair, like, are we saying that elections can't be fucked with? Because
Yeah,
like
they can be
I always remember the Bush
100%
thing
they
in
can
Florida. I remember back
Florida wasn't fucked with. Florida is just Florida. Like Florida is a problem that there is not a solution for.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. That is why we have this own segment for it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is like, did Florida fuck up? But also at the same time, you have people counting these votes, right? Like people make mistakes, and it's basically the same amount of votes every time.
Yes,
just go different
people
ways.
make mistakes. I accidentally forgot to scan 30,000 votes. What do we do?
I think all of those were more or less like disproven that any like wrongdoing ever happened.
So speaking of which, we're on this subject. Did y'all see the article that came out about the guy that got pulled over in California that apparently had a bunch of voting ballots for Governor Newsom down there in his trunk? Like he had like 800 voting ballots in his trunk.
For what reason?
He was driving under the influence or something like that, or some shit happened.
Yeah,
and
that
he got
sounds like a
pulled over.
setup, dude. That sounds like a fucking setup.
Yeah, well, he had all these ballots in his trunk that they found from people for Governor Newsom. So just, I mean, crazy shit going on in California. California's almost just, if not just as bad as Florida.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know if there's ever been like a massive case of voter fraud that was actually proven to be real.
It's hard to prove, though, right?
Actually, there was in Texas. Actually, there was a lady that got caught altering ballots for herself because she worked for the mail department or something like that.
That seems
she
like
got
some
busted
oversight. Like she probably should have known
like,
that.
Let me see if I can look it up.
I'm not talking about like small scale shit. That probably doesn't matter. I'm talking about like the big shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know if there's ever been like mass presidential election fraud.
But it'd be hard to prove, right? Like,
not really. I mean, because basically, I think the way they do it now is essentially is like, did this person vote? Did they vote once? Like, did they vote twice? Like, how many votes are we talking here? You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the whole process. So I don't know how easy or hard it would actually be.
I think if it was something that was happening, I think that somebody would definitely have some kind of solid proof that this is a problem. But since that never has ever happened, I don't know if I can say it's a problem.
Oh, here it is. It was for the excuse me, it's not a major thing. It was a lady for the Grand Prairie ISD board. She got caught. She got
Grand
caught.
Prairie, dude.
Yeah, she got reelected. She beat her opponent by 153 votes, 297 to 144. 63% of this lady's votes were mail-in ballots, which caused them to launch an investigation into it because that's a super high amount. Turns out, yeah, it was all fraud, and she got charged.
She just cheated.
Election fraud. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just like, why are you so dumb?
Just cheat a little bit. Come on.
Cheat a little bit. If you're gonna cheat, just cheat a little bit, man. Like you can take a few of the right answers, but then you gotta do some random ones in there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I remember reading about this article when it first hit, and it was, I mean,
well, because that article is important because it proves that voter fraud actually happens.
Yeah, it proves that it exists. Correct.
Yeah, but it's so like real elections, it's probably just not real.
Yeah, for the big ones like Senate or things like that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If it can happen small, it can happen big.
I'm sure that it happens, but the one thing that I am tired of hearing is about Russia interfering with our elections. Like I've heard
they probably do.
I've heard this numerous times, man. Like not just for Trump, but for multiple presidents.
I'm sure they have. In all honesty, them and China both probably meddle somewhat to some
extent.
If
it makes anybody feel any better,
we
it
do
happens
the same
right
thing.
Back to them. Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things. It's like a universal thing. It's like, who gives a fuck if China and Russia are fucking with our elections? Like, what difference can they actually make? Oh, they made Facebook groups for people to meet up. What? That sounds more like networking and shit to me. It's weird.
I don't know, man. It's a whole bunch of shit, dude, honestly. And no one will ever reveal the truth about any of it. I mean, they'll end up, committing suicide 2 shots in the back of the head.
Is that not how you
As
commit
is,
suicide?
That's how some people have committed suicide, apparently, yes.
I figure that's pretty much how it goes, right? You just
There was a let me pull up the article real quick. I can't remember who it was.
Jeffrey Epstein.
No. It was another guy. Sorry, bear with me here.
That looks cool.
Bearing with you still?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to look it up.
I'm just letting you know I'm still bearing with you.
I'm trying to look
Sorry, I
it
was
up.
talking to Kirsten.
We're still bearing with him, if you're wondering.
Okay, I'm still bearing with you.
Nice.
I'm sorry, guys. I look. I'm trying to find it.
No one's putting pressure on you, man. We're just bearing with
Except
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we're just bearing with you, bud.
you. It's the implication of pressure.
All right, I can't find it, but there was a guy. He was in the government, which already starts it out for you. And he was coming out public about how the U.S. government was the ones funneling and funding drugs into certain communities to, mess things up.
Yeah, we know about that.
I don't think
yeah.
that's a secret.
Well, he was the one that he was coming out with it, and he ended up dead by suicide, 2 gunshots to the back of the
Yeah,
head.
dude, the CIA don't fuck around, all right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, that's what would happen if someone found out and had hard evidence of voter fraud. We would never hear about it because they would die by suicide, 2 gunshots to the back of the head.
Yeah, probably. That's why when I become president, I gotta make sure I have a good team
Yes.
of protective people around me. Cause I'm going for the CIA. Fuck those people, bro. I want to go fuck their shit up.
Yeah, CIA is rough.
Yeah, they've done a lot of fucked up things, bro, and they have a huge funding. I'm not okay with either of those things.
I think the other thing is like how much of the funding is like non-state funding, like because you see how much the federal government gives them, but it's like how much of is it like their own assets do they make money from?
Yeah,
That's
that's true. Actually, I never really
that's
thought
what I
about
would
that.
like.
What do you mean by their own assets?
Extortion.
Because they have yeah they're
toppling
one of-
governments.
theoretically they're one of the main people in charge of the drug trade in South America.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
That's what I'm saying is like how much money are they making off this that isn't like a super public thing.
They're definitely dipping their pockets, like they're definitely dipping their hands over there at the very least. It's hard to say that they're not meddling. They meddle with fucking everything, dude.
Can't help themselves.
Yeah. Especially South America. God, they love South America, dude.
Well, it's because it's so poor. You know what I mean? Like it's easier to exploit them because they don't have any money and no one would really care in the United States. They're like, well, I'm sure they're just doing something fucked up anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeez.
That's why, like I said, when I become president, dude, I'm gonna have a good team around me. They're gonna try to suicide my ass. It's not gonna work.
Hey, real quick before we move on, I do want to ask Parker. I know you took the exam and all that shit. How far did you make it through that process?
I made it all the way to the actual physical.
Did you not make the PAT?
No, I didn't make past that. But to be fair, I also didn't do anything. It was
I
more
mean-
like a desperation thing. I didn't get ready for it.
I mean, was it you're talking to PAT where you had to like run, climb the fence, do the stair thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How
If I
hard
could've
was
run
that?
it- If I could have run, it was actually the worst part about it is when they put the vest on you because you're not used to running with that kind of weight. Like,
Like
if it
14 pounds? Yeah.
wasn't- Yeah. If it hadn't been for the vest, I probably would have made it. I was only like a second or two late. And
Oh
you have like
man,
30 seconds to run it
you got
But,
more than
yeah.
30. It's 2 minutes 34 seconds.
for the, like the actual running part. Like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
It's a whole course. 2 minutes
Bad.
34 seconds.
If I had a couple more seconds, I would have made it. But I was just too slow. But most of the people that were making it way faster than than the 2.5, whatever the max time was. A lot of people were making it pretty quick,
Yeah.
except for the people who didn't make it. You either made it easily or you just didn't make it. At least from what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest worry about this whole process is, lie detectors are scary, so I'm worried about that.
Yeah, but you
But
can't lie, so you'll be all right.
exactly, but then I'm not worried about it because I hear that they make you like write down the answers to the questions before the lie detector, so it's like you've already answered the question, so you're just answering them again, you know?
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't, you can't lie. You know, like they'll know what your
Oh,
nervous level is and
oh,
with that.
100%. 100%. So I think that's what intimidate. I wouldn't say I'm worried about it. I'm just
Just tell the
intimidated by it.
truth, Ryan.
Well,
Just
I'm not
tell
gonna
the
lie.
truth.
I have nothing to hide. So there's that. Like panel reviews, I'm not worried about. Like the panel interview, I'm sure I can do that. It's just another day, like just talking. Um, but other than that, I know that they do like a credit check, and I'm worried about that because like I have like hospital bills and shit that are unpaid, and I'm worried about that now.
That doesn't. The hospital bills aren't on like the same level as like defunct credit or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like those are a much bigger problem.
Like
Everybody, so many like if you don't pay like your credit
Credit
card bill,
card,
that's
yeah.
they see that as a
Oh
much bigger
yeah,
problem
like
than if
I
you
have
don't
no
pay
missed
your hospital bill.
payments. Yeah, I've got no missed payments.
Yeah,
Everyone floats a hospital bill or two, bud.
Yeah, I've got like 9 of them.
I have one really big one.
But I mean, to be fair, I don't have health insurance.
Yeah,
so,
me either.
Like, the
what? You don't
ERs.
have health insurance?
No, I don't opt for. It's too expensive, in my opinion. Are you paying for it?
Yeah,
And how much are you paying every check?
it's like $60, $70. I don't remember.
See, I'll have to look back into it then, because it was telling me last time that it was like $140 every check for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember paying that much.
Yeah, I'll look back into it then. But yeah, so I don't have health insurance, so that's why I've been
Why
building
don't you
that.
have it through your wife?
Well, hers is through the city, and it's not that great either because the city, it's not like normal, like what they give her is like not normal health insurance. It's like they give you a card and it has like X amount of money on it, and that's what you use. It's something weird.
That is
I
weird.
don't know. I feel like city health insurance is probably like some of the best you could get.
No, they gave her like this health card or something like that. I have it here.
They
And
don't have like an insurance. Don't have like a copay. That doesn't sound right at all.
I don't know. I'll have to
I
ask
mean,
her
it's the
about it.
city, dude. It's the government. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the government should definitely have like some of the best healthcare you can get. Like, I'm so confused about what you're saying. And I may not know. I may just be like generalizing, but
I don't know. That's what she told me, so I'm not quite sure. I'm sure that there's at least something good. But anyway, those are my main concerns about it. Like, I'm not worried about anything else. And then like the practice, or I took the practice test. Like I said, I scored a 90, and that's kind of got me worried now because the one that they have online now is not what it used to be, and the articles that I see online say that it's a lot of like reading and like how to put these sentences correctly, and then a bunch of math. But
yeah, that's what it was back when I took it.
yeah, but this practice test that's on there right now has like none of that in there. They just ask you like situational questions and things like that. So I don't know what to expect now.
So what I recommend is when you actually apply for the job and you're going through the process of it, they'll email you the study guide.
It's on their website. I already have it.
Okay.
Oh, well, just study.
Thanks.
There you go, bud.
I mean,
It's
what do you
that
want us
easy.
to say? Like, we can't be there and take the fucking test for you. Learn some math.
If you got a study guide, just study. Like, that's the whole point of it, right?
It was super fucking easy. Like, I can't remember what I made on it, but it is super easy. I was shocked at how easy the test was.
It can't be that bad. Like,
Yeah,
they don't want you to be a
No.
brainiac, Like, you just got to have common sense.
Well, it's like being like a carpenter or some shit. It's like, you don't really have to know fucking X plus Y equals Z plus 9, 37, 16. You don't need to know that shit.
Not even close. There's always a trick for everything. Because a lot of people don't know all that math.
I don't know. I'm dedicating myself to it, and I'm gonna work for it. So
Yeah, fucking go for it, dude. We'll see you there.
Don't
at
let
some
your
point.
dreams be dreams.
Yeah, exactly. That guy's insightful sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing to go for. Like I said, I'll never hate on it. I respect that a lot, that people have the willpower to go do all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't told my family or anything yet that, this is what I am trying to do, because every time I tell them something, they just kind of like they bring me down. Like my family's not the most supportive family
Yeah.
ever. So it's like every time I tell them I want to do something, it's like, oh, you shouldn't do that, or you're not going to do that, or you can't do that. And it's like I don't want to hear any of that.
Yeah, well, fuck them. You definitely can. The only thing that's going to stop you from doing it is you, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that, you know?
I mean, why not? Like, my kids would definitely look up to me doing it. It would be a good example for them. Um, and I'm fit and I'm able-bodied to do it. Like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, my only advice, just don't get shot and pill fucked, and you'll probably be okay. Your kids will turn out fine.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know, other than that, they should be perfectly okay. Well adjusted.
I've been watching a lot of live PD and cops, just
I love live PD.
just pulling it back, and some of those cops on live PD, man, they're so like chill and they're really nice cops.
Yeah, why? I mean, why would you not be nice?
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
supposed to be
know.
like professional and courteous.
Yeah, I know. And like there was one episode I watched that really kind of like clicked with me, and the guy was being really rude to the cop, and the cop was being super nice. And when he came back up, he wrote him a warning. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that I understand you might have had a bad experience with law enforcement in the past, but just because you had that one bad experience doesn't mean that we're all that way. Some of us are actually really good people that really do care, and we do want to help you." And the guy was just like stunned that the cop told him that. He was like,
Bro, you know what you should do to help get like in shape? You should go do jujitsu. It'll help you with hand to hand, so you'll feel better about restraining people. If you ever gotta restrain somebody, like you'll be super confident that you can just do that, and you'll get a fucking hell of a workout.
So believe it or not, crazy information I've been looking into and the videos I've been watching about Fort Worth, they actually teach you that in the academy,
Yeah.
jujitsu, and how to use the least amount of energy to restrain somebody
Yeah.
while they're using the maximum and gassing themselves out.
That is the efficient way to do it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, they teach you that, but I get what you're saying. If I want to prepare ahead of time,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'll smash people. If you do like 6 months of jujitsu training, then go to that like academy, you'll literally just smash people. It'd be insane. And like I said,
think
it's a good workout.
yeah, for sure. I think my biggest thing is I'm trying to train my cardio. Because like Parker told me,
That's cardio.
there's a lot of running involved.
Jiu-jitsu's
It's
like
either
straight cardio, bro.
yeah, it's like if you end up having someone that runs on you, that's cardio. Just everything you do is cardio based. So
For sure.
I'm actually going to look into getting Parker brought up the weighted vest situation. I'm actually looking into getting a weighted vest because I saw that on the PAT video they have online. So I'm actually going to get one. That way I can start using it when I do my run so I can get used to it. And like I said, right now I'm running on an elliptical. I know that's going to transfer differently once I actually start running on
Yeah, for
concrete
sure.
on the ground. It's not the same. But my way of thinking is that, if I can run 3 to 4 miles consistently on the elliptical, then I should have no problems running 2 miles on the ground consistently.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the same time, just go do it to make sure.
Oh yeah, like this next week I'm training on like today I ran 3 miles. I pushed myself to 3 miles.
Yeah.
I've been running 2 miles consistently. So this next week I think I'm going to try to push myself to 3 miles, and then the week after I'm just going to start running the neighborhood and start just getting it.
My big ass, all my shit's broke, dude. I gotta ride bikes.
Yeah, for sure. Your legs have definitely taken a beating.
Yeah, they're done, dude. It's over. I'm like, my shit's like, you're about to be 30, motherfucker. Buckle up. Like, we ain't going nowhere fast.
No, you're gonna have prosthetics before you're 50, probably.
Hey, dude, as long as they're fucking those like cyber prosthetics, I'm fucking down. Put some AI in my leg.
Okay, Mr. fucking JPS, give me some.
Bro,
It's
make
the
me a
fucking,
cyborg.
McDonald's AI ordering system.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I'm fucking down. I said that shit when I was getting all this titanium put in there. I was like, let's just go ahead and start the fucking process, my guys. Like, go ahead and just
Bro,
cut shit off and give me the prosthetic.
Like if they do like a knee replacement surgery, they just let you keep that fucking knee, right?
No.
Like the old knee. Yeah, my dad, they asked him if he wanted to keep his fucking knee. I'm like, please
Well,
don't.
like
eat
what,
it.
in a fucking jar or something?
Yeah, they like give it to you in a jar. Yeah,
what?
that's legit. Yeah.
I would keep it just so I could show my grandchildren someday. That's my knee right there.
Back when I blew my knee out.
That was the third time I blew my knee out. I finally said, fuck it, give me a new one.
Well, because he got his hips replaced too. They didn't let him keep that for some reason.
That seems a little bit bigger, I think. The
I don't know. Fuck, they give you the fucking kneecap.
Yeah, the kneecap's like, what is that? That's like a few inches, like 3-4 inches.
Dude's a bit more like the Terminator now than a human.
Hell yeah, dude. That's where I'm trying to be when I'm fucking 50. I want to be mostly titanium. That shit's dope, dude. I like that titanium shit. Although to be fair, to get it, it's pretty sucky. It's pretty sucky to actually
I was
get it.
about to say, to do the surgeries,
Yeah.
and the recovery time, the therapy.
It's the worst.
My goodness, dude.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's not
I mean,
fun.
you've already been through that already. It's like I couldn't imagine doing that and then just saying, what, fuck it, give me metal.
I mean, I'm saying like as it comes up. Eventually, my knee's just gonna give out. Like there's no question about that. At some point, it's just gonna go. I do all my little workouts. I have my little band workouts to strengthen it and all that. But like, it's not enough. Someday it's just gonna fucking go. And when that happens, fucking titanium me up, bro. Put some AI in that bad boy. Give me a hologram. I don't give a fuck. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Well, I think it's cool, man. I think you should definitely, like I said, you're the only person who's gonna stand in your way of doing this. So just remember that. No matter what anybody else says, like it's just you. You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah. I mean, well, in the police force, all that bullshit, but
Yeah, but
the
I think
hiring process. But I'm sure I can nail all of that.
I mean, as long as there's not something stupid that would keep you from doing it, I think you're fine.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have anything on my record, like
Yeah.
I have my LTC already. I passed that test easily. I had to go through a background check through the state of Texas to get that already. You know,
Right.
like there's nothing on my background that should prevent me.
Yeah, I just mean something stupid like you get too nervous about the
Oh yeah,
whatchamacallit.
dude.
Like the lie
Like
detector test.
that's my biggest thing is like, is it possible to fail because you're nervous about taking it? Like,
yes.
like I'm
No,
not
there's
gonna
no way.
I'm not gonna lie. Like clearly I'm not gonna lie because they're gonna know, right?
Yeah.
And just because you did you do drugs? And you're like, yes, I have. Just because you answer yes doesn't mean that you're disqualified. They're not looking for that. They just want to know that you're telling the truth and
Right.
that you're a truthful person. Because they don't want someone that's going to lie to be a cop, right? Because
Yeah.
that's
Well,
how
I
you
mean,
become a dirty cop.
They also follow up with like, have you done drugs recently? And you're like, no.
Oh, well, yeah, you have to do a drug test and all that, of course.
Right.
But like, yeah, I've done drugs. I smoked weed when I was 13 years old. That's the last time I've ever done drugs.
They're going to confirm that from getting a stash sample from you.
Yeah.
Like that's it's been that long. I haven't had as much as a fucking traffic ticket since I was 21 years old.
Yeah.
Like there should be nothing should stop me from being able to do this.
I think so too.
That's
why I said I think you're the greatest. You're gonna be your greatest barrier. There's gonna be points where you just don't want to do it anymore. But like, that's just when you got to push through. That's the point where you gotta get over that little hump and just keep going. Because like I said, don't fuck your family, fuck all that other shit. No matter what they say, that shit don't matter in the long run. It's all about how you feel about it.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to do something more, man. Like, I feel like working where I'm at is just. I'm not doing enough, I want to do more. I want to give more. I just want to be better,
Yeah, it's called a midlife crisis. No big deal.
We're all going through it at the moment. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I feel like I could do more, and I feel like I can help people,
Yeah, for sure. I think
If
it's
I
a
can
great
just
thing.
if I can just help one person, man, just one person, that would just make it all worth it, essentially, like I don't know. Not to like pull heartstrings or, none of that.
No, I mean, I think it's a great goal to go for. If there's one goal to go for, I mean, it could be like, hey, I want to try every drug in the universe. Don't do that. Like, that's probably not good. I think it's better that you're like, I want to go be a officer. Like, that shit's cool. That shit will be helpful to somebody,
Yeah,
You're
for
also gonna
sure.
ruin some people's days too. Like, you really.
Of course. I mean, I'm sure that I'm gonna get cussed out and threatened. I'm sure I'll get spit on and everything else, like, but that's all part of the job, man. And they might be mad now, but looking back, could have saved someone's life.
You're gonna have to go deal with fuckhead kids during the summer like us, breaking shit and just being menaces to society.
Brother, speaking of fuckhead kids, I went to Whataburger last night over here, and I guess Cleburne and Crowley played football against each other, and there were high school kids running all over the place at 11:30 at night at this Whataburger, and I was losing my mind. I sat in
Bro.
drive-through for an hour. They were everywhere. They were parked. They weren't even in parking spaces, bro. They couldn't park in the parking spaces. They were parked in fire lanes.
Bro, you sound like such an old man right now.
Dude,
this is
they were
fucking hilarious.
everywhere. I just could not. Oh my god, they were acting fools. I was literally sitting there like, if I was a cop right now, I would bust all these fucking runs.
Hell
for
no, you don't remember
curfew
us doing all that shit?
I would roll up at Whataburger and be like, all right, it's time to leave.
Bro, you don't remember us being at Whataburger at like 2 in the fucking morning?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Is like that's the mentality I'm at right now. It's like back then when I was a kid, it was like great, and like now I'm just like, I wish they'd just go home.
Bro, you gotta have more sympathy to him. We did all that dumb shit too.
I know that they're just having fun because it was football Friday and everything else, but like I just wanted my food, man. I had to sit in line for an hour, dog.
See?
Who's gonna be eating my French fries? Those were for me.
Where's my doctor? Where's my Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, shut the fuck.
It was rough, man. Like 1 hour in drive-through. My wife was asleep when I got home with the food. She got tired of waiting for me.
See, you're not mad at the kids. You're just mad it took an hour to get your food.
True.
If you got your food in like 10 minutes, you wouldn't have complained.
100%, man.
I had to sit there and watch these kids have a good time.
Yeah, that's what
Ridiculous.
I said. You sound like such an old man, dude. Like, I'm watching these fucking kids have a good time. I had to sit there for an hour. Like, yeah, you made bad choice, man. You went to the wrong Whataburger that night.
It's the only one by my house unless I go off my cart, and that one's shitty.
How
That's
dare
just
you talk
hilarious.
about that one like that?
Dude, it has gone downhill terribly. Come on. And the parking lot is the worst.
Dude, I hate driving a lowered car now. We're driving our GTI around, and it's just every fucking thing is just boom. There goes half the bumper.
You guys got the
Yeah.
GTI back?
Yeah, we've had the GTI for a while.
You feel like your butt's scraping on the ground?
Yeah, no, I mean that's not so bad. I did. There was one bad thing. We were going to Babes over in Sanger, and we were driving down there, and I tried to split a bump, and it was just too low, and it fucking like creamed something under the car. I don't know. We were just. I was like, ugh. Well, last time we go down this fucking road, or we take the truck.
Dude, that's how I always feel, man. Whenever I stop driving my truck and I drive my wife's little Rogue, she's got like the Nissan Rogue SUV.
Yeah.
I literally just feel like my butt's touching the ground.
Yeah, it's rough, man. What I don't like about driving the GTI as like because I was so used to driving the truck all the time is there were so many things I just didn't give a fuck about. like
100%.
I didn't know how many potholes were on 377 until I'm fucking driving down there in the GTI. I'm like having to fucking swerve like I'm playing fucking minefield.
And
like
driving
Jesus
over
fuck.
a piece of fucking Swiss cheese.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. And then in the truck, I'm just like, yeah, that was fun. Like I give absolutely no fuck. Like there's no fucks to give in the truck.
The freaking the little I don't know what to call them. They're like little bumps, but they're like hills. You go up, your truck kind of bounces a little.
Yeah.
In a fucking car, you go airborne off of that fucking thing on the highway.
Bro, like I said, our fucking GTI, because it is lowered too, which sucks. Like, unfortunately, is that like every little bump, every little thing that's not even just takes out the driver's side bumper. That bitch just
man.
like half falls off every time you fucking just. Like I said, we take a bump too fast. We
Bro, just at
It's
that
game
point,
over.
Yeah.
just take the bumper off.
That's what I
Dog.
keep trying to
Like,
tell
just
Kirsten.
leave it off.
She won't fucking let me. I gotta go in there and zip tie some shit, but like we gotta jack the fucking car up to be able to do that.
Hey man, zip ties or OEM fasteners, fixed is fixed.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
it doesn't matter.
I'm not like I said, I'm down for it. The problem is I just like I gotta get something to jack it up with because I just can't get under there. You know, like there's
Bro,
no room.
I remember when I drove my Camry, I had to zip tie my front headlight in because it just would not stay in place.
Bro, the truck's headlight is duct taped in with clear duct tape right now.
Solid.
Yeah, no door
Do what you
works,
gotta
but the
do.
driver's side door, that's the only door that works on the whole truck. It's sick,
Yay.
dude. My Ford is fucking sick. Old ass 99
Diesel?
You got the diesel don't
turbo
you?
diesel. Yeah, it's the 7.3, dude. It's the best diesel
It's
you can get.
It's the big boy.
Yeah, I love it. I love that truck. That
Yeah,
shit don't
and-
die.
And you don't have to have that damn DEF fluid in it either.
Hell nah, bro. We rolling coal all day.
Well, I have to put DEF in mine, man. Granted,
Yeah.
I've got a little 3.0 turbo diesel in my truck. It's the new Duramax ones, and it's efficient as shit, man. I get anywhere from 25 to 26 miles on the highway.
Dude, let me tell you a story right here, brother.
And it's got more torque, foot pounds of torque than the 5.3 or 5.8 gas engines in the Silverados do.
Let me
Being
tell you
only
a
a-
story.
Only a little 3.0.
We went all the way from Fort Worth to Wichita Falls on like a half tank of gas doing Kirsten says a quarter tank, so anywhere from a quarter to a half. We went from here to Wichita Falls pulling our fucking trailer. As long as we did 55 miles an hour. Anything over that, we're pulling too much, or you know, it was the RPMs are going a little too high. But at 55, it was like staying at like 1.5 RPMs, and we just wasted no diesel whatsoever the whole way. It was actually amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, diesel engines are just crazy how much gas you save. Like, yeah, you might spend a little bit more to fill up, but the amount you're getting back
I love it.
mileage is so much better.
Like I said, I told you everything wrong with my truck. I still absolutely love the shit out of it. And like I said, you can't kill it. Like it's impossible.
The great thing about diesel engines too is that you can literally leave them bitches running all night long and barely use any gas.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things about it.
That's what I said, man. Like if we kept our RPMs down, doing 55 all the way out to Wichita Falls, literally it didn't take anything, and we're pulling a 10,000 pound trailer behind it, and it didn't take any fucking diesel whatsoever to do that. We didn't even start wasting diesel really until we got out of like New Mexico, and we started climbing up all those
Start
fucking
hitting the hills.
elevation. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you start going up to like 11,000 feet or something once you hit New Mexico. We're going up
Hey,
to
you gotta
Denver,
fucking speed
or,
up before you hit them hills too, so you can make it up.
Colorado. Yeah, we're going to Pueblo, Colorado. So going out, like for anybody familiar of that, going out north out of Texas into Colorado. But that was the only place we hit it. Other than that, we were making like, it was ridiculous amount. I've never driven to Colorado and got better gas mileage. And like I said,
Yeah.
we were pulling a 10,000 pound trailer the whole fucking way. Like it was sick. It blew my
Hey,
mind.
look, I can't complain with my truck. I bought it for the gas mileage. The thing will pull 9,100 pounds with just
Woo!
a 3.0 engine in it. It'll
That's a
pull
lot.
9,100 pounds, which is crazy because my other truck that I had, it had a 5.3 in it, and it could pull, I think it was 13,000. So it's not a big difference from engine styles. And
I don't want to
gained a lot
brag,
more.
but we pull like 20 grand in mine.
Yeah, no, that's because you've got it was an F350 or 250.
It's a 250.
Yeah, I mean those things pull huge weight.
Yeah.
I
To
mean,
be
my
fair-
dad's got the 350, and you know he's downsized everything he's got now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he no longer he's too old to be pulling fifth wheel trailers anymore.
Fair enough.
He now only does bumper pull. That's it. So he traded in. He sold his fifth wheel and went out and bought a bumper pull trailer. That's all he's got now.
That's what we got.
But he's got this huge truck
For the,
that but it's paid off, so he's not gonna go downsize and get a different one. It's a paid off truck. He deleted the DEF out of it and all that,
yeah.
He's got this huge, massive truck pulling this small trailer. He pulls a little trailer that's got his 4-wheeler in it when he goes hunting, and then he's got the boat, and that's it. Like all of that stuff, he definitely does not need an F-350 to pull.
Yeah,
but
for
he's
sure.
got it.
Yeah, I was say it's already paid off, so fuck it.
The only reason he bought that F-350 was because he was pulling that fifth wheel trailer from the deer lease back, and whatever. He did it, but that's the only reason why he got it.
That's why I got
And
my truck. Some dude
now
did
he got
that.
rid of it. But I mean, if you remember when we were younger, we had that huge, like 35-foot trailer that he would pull with that that Silverado 1500 that he had, that silver one. I mean, that trailer was massive, but the only reason why he could pull it is because it was the HD version. So it was a half-ton
duty.
Yeah, it was a half-ton truck, but it had 3/4 ton springs on it, so he was able to, do it.
Yeah, them big 3/4 tons, they're nice.
Yeah, for sure. But them F-350s, that's a 1-ton truck, man.
Yeah.
The wind is not pushing that truck around, and that's why he wanted it.
That's my biggest gripe when we pulled our trailer to Colorado was the wind. It was kind of bad sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And we got bumped around by big trucks a little too often. But it's nothing a little bit of trailer brake didn't fix.
For sure. And then you have to be super careful going up hills and down hills in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because the fucking wind will throw you over.
I was a little scared when we got to Colorado and we started hitting those like 5% inclines and declines. Like that scared me. We never went below 45. It's really like the uphill climb, I was scared once we first did it, but once I realized the truck could do it, I was like, okay, we're good. Like if we're doing 40, 45 and the truck's not struggling, like we're good.
Like I said, the trick to that is to speed up before you hit the hill.
Oh, for sure.
Get to going as fast as you can before you hit that hill.
For sure. We would do that. We would slow down to 45 as we're going. Like I said, my biggest fear was going downhill. I was like, oh my God, there's just so much trailer behind us. And it's a bumper pull, So like my biggest fear is jackknifing. Yeah,
bumper pulls are, man, they're scary, dude.
But it didn't, I mean, we did fine. I had the trailer brake going, so like I was really using the trailer brake more to slow us down than our own truck, and it worked out perfect. Like honestly, as much as I was scared about shit on like pulling all that stuff, like the truck did everything amazingly. Like didn't even flinch. Took it like a champ. Like I said, the worst case was just going up some of those like inclines, and we would slow down to 45, and you could tell the truck was like, all right, motherfucker, like this is a little rough. But
yeah, it's not always about what you're doing. Most of the time it's about the equipment you got, so what you're driving, and
yeah,
that plays a huge factor.
Yeah, like I said, I knew we fell in. Like I knew the truck could pull it. The problem was it was just at the limits of the truck. Like it's pretty much as heavy as we could go without really worrying about stuff or being overweight.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wouldn't trade it. Like it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to buy a trailer. Jackie told me that we could buy a trailer whenever, in like 2 years, whenever we have a Rogue paid off, because we want to start going out and like camping, going to national parks or things like that. Like,
dude, trailers are sick.
And like I told Jordan, I was like, look, you're living in California now. If I ever and they live on land in California, they've got like 40 acres of land in California.
Nice.
And they're in like, they're not in the city, they're in like hill country.
Yeah.
So I told
Northern
them,
California is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, they're down towards Tracy, California, which is close to Jesus, where was it?
I have no idea.
The Golden Gate Bridge, where's it at? I'm blanking.
San Francisco.
Yes, thank you. They're close to San Francisco. They're about an hour and a half away from San Francisco.
Bro, when we drove through that, we did that 7-day trip around that, went all the way up the West Coast, dude. Like, I didn't understand why so many people lived in like LA and San Francisco when like Northern California is so fucking beautiful. Like, it's one of the most beautiful places we've ever been. Mount Shasta is a fucking amazing place, and they have all this land up there. I'm like, why the fuck are 3 million of you fuckers living in Los Angeles? Like, the fuck, move up north. This shit's beautiful. For sure. But I told Jordan and I told my wife, I was like, look, if we ever, and I mean ever, go back to California, because that place is a shithole. Yeah, it's not good. If we ever go back to California,
I will be driving and pulling a trailer because I will not rent a car down there. I will not fucking stay in a hotel down there. The place is a fucking trash hole.
We
That I mean,
Airbnb'd when we went through there, but we only stayed in San Francisco for a night, and then we were out of there the next day.
dude, a rental car. Okay, so some of the guys that were at the wedding, right? A rental car cost them $300 a day.
Oof. Dude, we paid like $600 for 7 days for our rental car.
$300 a day, and then Richard,
Wasn't
one of Jordan's buddies, decided to rent the Tesla. That ended up being like $700 for the weekend.
Woo. Teslas are sick though.
Yeah. He had a blast in it, and Jackie's dad had a Tesla at one point, and they're nice.
Yeah, I like them.
But I wouldn't rent one for $700.
I wouldn't either.
2 days, because we were only there for the weekend. That was it. Saturday, Sunday. There's no way. So if I ever go back to California again, strong if. That's what I'll be doing. But the only shitty thing is that when you're in California, if you tow anything, you can't go over 60 miles an hour.
What? They have weird laws, dude.
California has a very strict law that if you're towing anything, you cannot go over 60 miles an hour.
I mean, that's fair. Like I said, I do 55 all day. That's fine with me, but that's just weird.
Yeah, that's their thing. And then, here's something that'll break your heart. Diesel fuel in California is like $4.30 a gallon.
Yeah, well, they view diesel as bad. I mean, to be fair, it puts carbon in the air, but like
it hurt my heart when Jordan was filling up they got a Ram 2500. It cost him $80 for half a tank.
Yeah.
How big is a tank though?
On those, I don't know.
It's probably like 20, 30.
Probably upwards of 30 because it's 2500.
Yeah.
But to fill my tank up, my tank's 24 gallons. To fill my tank up here, it's $60.
I don't know, dude. I can spend some money on mine. I got a 30-gallon tank too. My shit gets pricey sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean,
we have one of those cards though that we can go through the truck line, and then you can get a discount.
Yeah, and that's the best place if you have to. And I know you don't have to do this, but to get DEF fluid, it's through the 18-wheeler lines at truck stops, because apparently it's different from what you buy at the store and it lasts longer.
Yeah, well, it's fresh. The stuff in the store has been sitting there for maybe a month, maybe a year.
Yeah, but yeah, California, I hate the place. I don't ever want to go back. Everybody there is completely rude, and I get it. They live in California. But I mean, just shopping around there, people just had it. It's like they hated their life. They hated what they were doing. They just hated themselves. And it's like getting back to Fort Worth was just a fucking breath of fresh air.
Yeah, California is a shithole. I'll just say.
Bro, at Jordan's wedding, we almost got into like 3 fucking fights with these people, dude. Like it. Oh my god.
Wait, why?
Well, so.
Why are there people there to fight you? Like, are you guys not secluded, or?
No. We're from Texas. They're in California. You know how it is. There was Jordan's wife has a sister that was talking a lot of shit about me, and so her husband, I call him Aladdin because he was literally wearing no shoes and the same pants Aladdin wore.
Those pillow pants.
Yes,
Those,
yes.
His
name is. Yeah. If I can ever find a picture, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But I call him Aladdin. Him and his wife, Jordan's wife's sister, didn't wear shoes the entire wedding. The entire wedding didn't wear shoes.
Okay. New age.
She was talking a lot of shit to me, and I got tired of it, and I spoke up real fucking loud because Jordan's mom was asking me what was going on, and I told her, I said, look, I don't give a fuck. I said, we can throw down right here. Guy, girl, don't give a fuck. Like, you want to talk shit? You want to run your fucking mouth? We can do this right here any fucking time. Like, let's do it. And Jordan came over. He was like, what's wrong, man? Like, what's going on? And I was like, they're fucking talking shit, just being assholes to us. And Jordan was like, all right, like, we can fucking fight it. Like, his own family, that he's marrying into. He's like, we can fucking fight him right now, like, I don't give a fuck. So we had that incident, and then me and Jackie were out on the dance floor dancing, and some fucking dude with his girlfriend, he was being an asshole, and he kept bumping into my wife, like bumping into her hard. And you know, the music's going, people are drinking. I get it, but he did it multiple times. And finally I had enough. And I told him, I said, you bump into my wife one more fucking time, I'm gonna break your goddamn jaw right here on this fucking dance floor. And they immediately left. Like, they did not stay on the dance floor after that.
Smart. That's fair. Get away from the situation.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just people were fucking assholes out there, dude. Like, I was not having it. TSA at the airport, you know, I got a nice stern talking to from my father, but the lady was being rude to us, and I popped off at the TSA agent, and I told her, I was like, I can't wait to get out of your shit fucking state with your shit fucking rules and your shit fucking attitude, all because you hate your life and don't want to do your job. And my dad was like, they could have arrested you and kicked you off your flight, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, fuck them.
Your ass.
I was like, fuck them, dude. Like, at that point, I was over it. And then
Bro, I hate TSA.
like the American Airlines manager, like, we're trying to get onto the plane, and apparently something was going on, and the line was moving like really slow. And so, like, we're on the fucking, I don't know what you call it, the gate going into the plane to board it, you know?
Yeah.
And we're going through, and he comes walking down, and he's screaming at us, let's go, let's go, let's go, move it, move it, move it. You know, like he's in the fucking military or something. And we finally keep moving, and Jordan's mom, I don't know if y'all know this, but Jordan's mom has been battling cancer. She had breast cancer, and she's still going through like chemo and stuff like that, so she wasn't feeling the best.
Yeah, sure.
And so when we got closer to the plane, the line stopped, and he's standing there, and he's looking in our faces, and he's screaming at us, get on the plane, let's go. And I stopped, I looked around for a second, and I just got real loud at him. I said, who the fuck are you talking to? And then he walked off from us after that. Like, I had literally fucking had it with California when we were down there, and we were only there for 2 days. Like, I was fucking done with the place.
Bro, I was so done with it. I was like, we're only stopping here because we can't drive through it.
Dude, I had enough, man. I was fucking over it. And my dad's like, they could have kicked you off your flight. And I said, fuck it. I would have made one phone call to Jordan. He would have came and picked us up, and then I would have been put on the next flight out of there after he chewed somebody's ass for the way that they were treating his fucking mom at the airport. Like, I don't give a shit, man. Like, it is what it is. Because, you know, he worked for American Airlines down there. He transferred down there, so he still worked for the company. So, just the way that they were treating us was just terrible. Like, we were fucking cattle.
I mean, that's probably how they feel about you. Let's be real.
I mean, I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah,
again,
California's the worst.
I never want to go back to that shit state. Even though we only went to that one fucking place, I never want to go back there again.
Like I said, Northern California is pretty cool. It's really nice. It's just pretty. It's all redwoods and like lakes and shit.
Yeah, maybe I just don't need to go to a fucking massively populated city.
If I think my internet's having a heart attack.
No, you sound fine.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry for taking up so long of a piece there and just fucking ranting.
I don't know if we have anything left to talk about. Unless there's anything
Parker,
else.
you got some good stuff for us?
What is your definition of good stuff?
I mean, you got something.
How's your game going?
Oh, it's all right.
That's literally what you're doing right now?
I've been doing it the whole time.
That's why he wasn't talking for the last 20 minutes.
No, I mean, like, what am I going to say about, I've never been to California. I've never had a problem at TSA. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have anything to add to these conversations except, well, I guess that's not true. I do have something about TSA because it was like the first time I think they started getting the full body scanners in, like the full, like
the metal things you fucking walk through and it scans your whole body at one time.
Yeah, the extra things. I think it's the first. I don't know if it was the first time they had those or it was like really early on, but they had them at the Atlanta airport. Like you've never been there, Ryan, but at the Atlanta airport is like a very unique airport. It's not like every airport kind of has like their own thing, but they're all kind of the same. Like they're all kind of different, but they're all basically sort of similar. But the Atlanta airport, they have these little things where you can just go smoke in them, right? right? Because in regular airports, if you ever try to go smoke, you had to literally go outside, come back in, go through the checkpoint again, and all that shit. Well, they had these little things where you could go smoke, but the problem with it is that you have like all these people that are going to smoke, but you only have like 6 rooms in the entire place.
Airport.
Right? Yeah, so you have like 8 million people just smoking in one room at a time, and they have one little vent that goes to the outside. It's like I can't even tell you what the vent is, but
Walking into a Snoop Dogg music video.
yeah, bro, like the whole thing, like your eyes just immediately start watering. Even as a seasoned smoker, it's a very unpleasant experience. But that
it's like, is it even worth it at that point, bro?
I couldn't fucking tell you.
I mean, if you gotta smoke, you gotta smoke.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. You know what I mean? So like I'm in there smoking, that's not a big deal. But anyways, the actual thing that was weird was they had those full body things. It's the first time I've ever seen one. I'd only flown a few times. So you get in this long line where you either get the full body thing or you get the
walkthrough.
you just get the scan. They just go over you. So everybody is kind of in line trying to figure out exactly where we are in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's counting like the next person in front of them just to see how many more people it is until you get fucking, deleted by this fucking scanner thing. And I thought I had barely missed it, but like at the last minute, somebody gets out of the line. And
oh damn.
yeah, and it's me next in the full body scanner. And I get in the fucking thing, and it's weird. You put your hands out or whatever, the thing goes, and it goes like all the way down to you. And I'm sure they have nicer ones by now. They probably have to. But I was just sitting there, and it's all right, this is just really fucking weird, right? So I go through the thing, and I get on the other side, and they're like, what do you got in your pocket? I'm like, what? Like, what do you got in your pocket?
My dick.
Yeah, basically. Because you already take all my shit out. Like, I literally have got nothing on me. And the guy's like, no, you can see it right here. You got something in your pocket. And he shows me the screen. And my whole left leg is just fucking lit up like a Christmas tree, man. Like it is like the brightest white. And it's my entire fucking leg. And I'm like, there's nothing in there, man.
It's a fake leg.
Yeah, he's like, you sure it's not a prosthetic or something? That's actually something he asked me. He's like, you sure you don't have a fake leg? Like, I think I would know.
Are you sure they didn't swap it for drugs? You really got to check.
So he's like, all right, well, just get back in there and we'll do another scan. And it's whatever. I was like, all right.
Let's fuck your body with radiation a second time.
Yeah, so I get back in the fucking thing, and who guessed it? It's the same shit. Like, it's my entire left leg is just fucking lit up like a Christmas tree. And I don't fucking know what the deal is. So they call like the person that's doing the wand. They have the person that's doing the wand come over, and she wands me, and it doesn't detect anything. And they pat me down and shit, and there's just nothing there. And they're like, all right, you're good. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, shouldn't we be like, I'm glad that I get to move on from this experience, but
the machine's not working.
But exactly, like, should we not be more concerned about this? Like, I mean, if I'm good to go, I'm good to go. Like, fuck it, I'll go. But like, at the same time, like, shouldn't somebody be being proactive here? Like, I'm not trying to judge anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do your job. But like, at the same time, like, couldn't something be inside of my leg right now?
So when I was at DFW, I didn't even see that machine because they just had like the regular ones that you like walk through. That was it. But in San Francisco, flying back out, they definitely had that. They had the 2 normal ones and then the big machine in the middle. So yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about there because me and Jackie had to go through the big machine.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. I very vaguely remember it because it was like one row.
Scotty was literally about to beam us up, dude.
It was like one row of people, and then it was like one row of like the physical check, and then it was one row of the scanner, and then another row of check. There was probably 6 like rows of things in there, so it was this massive room. But yeah, it was definitely bizarre. Like, am I not a danger to somebody here? Like, I mean, you ain't gotta put your hand up my asshole, but like maybe this might be the time to put your hand in someone's ass.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna need to give your leg a couple tugs here to make sure that it's real.
Yeah, it was just really bizarre. Like, I don't even know what to say besides that. It was really bizarre experience.
Yeah, no, look, that was mine and Jackie's first time flying. You know, they're back. I mean, it's all right. It's not the greatest thing. It's not something that I think everybody should do in their lifetime. It was just kind of because it was hot as fuck on our plane, on both planes.
Yeah.
We had the little tiny air vents open and everything, and we were fucking sweating terribly. And then, you know, the flight wasn't long enough for anything special, so all we got were mini pretzels and a tiny water bottle.
Yeah, that's actually kind of nice though, because long flights are ass, man. When we flew from DFW to Seattle when I was probably like 14 or 15, that flight was ass, and it was only like 4 hours long.
Well, that's how long it is in California. It's 4 hours.
Yeah, it's just an ass experience, man. Like, I hate flying on planes. Everybody that sits next to me on a plane knows I hate flying on planes. Like, it's not a secret. I'm just ready to get this fucking thing over with.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, we flew halfway across the fucking country. You know, we went from here to California. That's a huge distance. But like, I don't know. I just feel like cramming that many people into a fucking metal can is just not. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
For the price of the ticket and everything, just to get there, you know, quick. But you have to be cramped and, you know, blah blah blah. It's not worth it. And then on these planes, bro, looking at the first class people, I would never pay for fucking first class, dude.
well, you say that until you've flown like 100 times, and then first class starts looking a lot nicer.
Why? Because they get a little bit of extra leg room.
But you get a little bit extra leg room. It's a lot easier to sleep because you can spread out a little bit more. There's not as many people around you, so it's not quiet as like it doesn't feel.
Yeah, there was only 2 seats on each side compared to 3 in the back of the plane.
Yeah, so it from your perspective, I'm sure it doesn't look like it's worth it. But if you've flown 8 million times, yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I mean, maybe they get like something different to eat and drink or something, I
Yeah,
guess.
they get like free drinks and shit too. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man, on the way there to San Francisco, some dude sitting across the aisle from us had like a fucking full course meal, man. Like they brought him coffee. He had food in a fucking to-go box. Like, I don't know what kind of service he was getting, but I mean, he was having a good time.
So shit you pay good money for.
I guess, but I mean, he's not sitting in first class. He's sitting in fucking economy.
Like the rest of the plebeians.
Yeah, like, and we were in the middle of the plane, you know, like we were right on the wing. Going out there, we were sitting right on the wing, and coming back, we were just in front of it, I do believe. But I mean, it was taking off was definitely an experience, bro.
Yep, fuck that.
When we took off, the fucking pilot banked hard to the right, and I swear to God, I was looking right at the fucking ground, like just right out the window to the ground.
Yeah, all of that's ass. That whole experience is ass every time I fly. That's why I try not to fly. Like, I think if I ever go like a distance again, I'm definitely just gonna drive it.
I would just rather drive. Take an extra day to just drive.
You can do fun shit, you know, like you see stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you
Not
don't see
worried
little
about-
tiny specks from the air.
You're not worried about some fucking psychopath just opening the door
Okay,
for no
I'm back.
reason.
I take the dogs out. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, if I ever go anywhere again, I'll probably just drive. I don't think flying is worth it one bit.
I like driving. I like the.
Yeah, I think we're all
Yeah.
kind of on the same spot. We all
Yeah.
like driving.
I like.
I like
renting a
I
car.
like the scenery.
I like to rent a car so we fuck it up. Like when we did that 7-day trip with our rent a car, dude, I literally drove it into the parking lot and the oil light came on like just down the street. I was like, well, not my problem. I even told the guy, I was like, yo, the oil light's on, you might want to check that. He's like, oh, don't worry, we'll take care of it. I was like, I don't think you realize I just put like 14,000 miles on this fucking car.
The oil light came on as soon as we left, motherfucker. Good luck. That engine's gonna need a replacement soon.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I went to Rochester, I think I put, because I drove all the way from, oh no. Oh, Jesus, I've forgotten now. Oh, I drove all the way from LaGuardia to Rochester, which is like an 8-hour drive. It's basically the distance from like here to El Paso, more or less. And I didn't know that when I landed there. And I didn't know that when I picked that as the place to go.
Yeah.
So that was just a fucking nightmare. And then I had to actually drive
Surprise,
through downtown.
motherfucker.
I had to actually drive through downtown New York,
Oof.
which was just one of the most bizarre experiences as a
Wait,
grown man I've ever
do
had.
I go this way? Wait, why are you just in the middle of the road? Wait, hold on. Wait,
People honking
do I
at
make
you
a
like
left?
crazy.
Well, like they had like a road that was also under a bridge, right? That basically, I don't even know how to explain this. The bridge was a part of the road, so like the steel beams were in the middle of the lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, this.
Oh, that's weird as fuck.
Yeah, you ever play Grand Theft Auto 4, Ryan?
Yeah,
It was a lot like that. Like there was, I can't remember. It was like that first island you're on or whatever.
yeah.
It was a lot like that. It's like I hate every minute of driving in this place.
Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, in my personal opinion, I think 4 is definitely better than 5.
I like 5.
I mean,
Uh,
5's not bad, but I just think 4 just had more to it. Like it just,
Yeah, I was gonna say what I don't like about 5 is how much they milk it, but I like 5.
yeah.
I like playing on those modded servers, like the 5M servers.
Bro, speaking of which, I was gonna bring that up tonight. Are you still playing that or no?
Me?
Yeah.
Every now and again. I don't play it often.
Are you still on that same server or no?
No. I went to a private server, whitelist, I guess I should say.
Oh.
Dude, it's just better. Like, don't even front. It's just better.
How'd you get into that?
You just fucking apply. Say I'm not a jerk. I'm not gonna try to be a jerk. They're like, oh, okay, cool. Welcome to our server, not being a jerk. I honestly, I found it off of YouTube, guys. One of these YouTubers was just like, I play on this server. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I just applied to a bunch of them, and then like 5 of them hit me back. We're like, yeah, you can come play on here. And then I just found one I liked more than the others. I haven't played it in a while.
I'm part of the whitelisted DayZ server for NoPixel.
Nice. I haven't played
but
any of that
no
in a
one
while.
no one really plays it because Summit stopped playing it, so
Yeah.
the server's fucking dead.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, I did have a Florida man ready. This one is funny.
Go for it.
Florida man tries to pay undercover cop for oral sex with a hamburger.
Did it work?
Damn.
No.
That's how you know you're hard up right there.
According to police, 57-year-old Frank Capone
Great name.
approached an undercover St. Petersburg police officer and offered a hamburger in exchange for oral sex. He was arrested on a prostitution charge.
Wait, so
Police did not reveal what type of hamburger the man was offering.
McDonald's, dude, for sure. So he just walked up to like an actual like clothed police officer, not like an undercover?
No, it was an undercover cop.
Oh, okay.
He
Thank
had no
God.
idea it was a cop.
Thank God, dude. I was gonna say if he walked up to just a fucking normal ass cop and was like, "Yo, blowy for the burger,"
For sure.
That's beyond
So
bad.
so this article's funny and it has a few points that it puts out, right? So point 1 is that I feel this man's pain. No woman ever agrees to go on a date to Fuddruckers with me either.
True.
Point 2, the story doesn't specify, but chances are this man did not intend to buy this woman a freshly cooked burger. He probably had an old bag of Wendy's in his back seat and was just going to toss her that.
Damn.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Point 3, this guy was trying to buy a prostitute for less than $5. Depending on the burger and where he got it from, we could be talking a lot less than $1.
Yeah. That's what I said, dude. You get that fucking dollar burger from McDonald's. I don't know if that's worth it to anybody. Like,
Yeah.
who's that hungry?
Exactly. And then point 4, it might seem cheap to start out by only offering a burger, but if you start with the whole value meal, then she's only going to demand more.
That's true.
It's a solid negotiating tactic to start out with only the burger and go up from there.
That's true.
It puts a lot more validity behind the statement. You want to upgrade the soda to a milkshake? Bitch, you think I'm made of money.
Would you like to supersize that?
Exactly. Can I go ahead and water size that meal, please?
I don't actually have a Florida man for this week. I didn't get one.
It's all right. I had this one because I saw it earlier in the week on Facebook, and I was like, man,
That's a great one.
This is a good one.
That's a great one, actually, dude.
It says if you start out offering the whole value meal before you know she's going to be trying to swap it out for fries and an order of chicken tenders and straight up asking for a McFlurry or Frosty too.
Hell
At
yeah.
that point, you're looking at about being out almost $15. Unacceptable.
15 for a blowy, dude. To be fair, I don't know what the going rate for a blowjob is, so
I don't know.
I don't know if that's like good or bad, you know? Like $20 could get you a blowjob, I'd imagine. Like if you go down to Lancaster, I imagine $20 could get you something.
I mean, I just think it's hilarious that this guy just had a fucking hamburger and was like, "Hey, you want to give me head for a hamburger?"
Well, you gotta give it a go, right? Like it's there, you're there.
I mean,
Might as
I
well.
guess you never know unless you ask, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless it's like considered prostitution and the girl's an undercover cop and then you get arrested.
Well, yeah, if you look at it from the worst possible angle, yeah.
Yeah, that is the worst case scenario for that guy, huh? Like he's like, it's just a joke, dude. I'm a YouTuber. It's just a prank.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man.
Nah, I mean, you get what you're coming to, I guess. Dude's
True.
probably been an asshole somewhere else in his life. He is offering women a burger for a blowjob, so.
If that's where you're starting at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it gets much better.
To the point, though, you know, like, that's a good starting place. You don't want to be like, yo, I'll get you the fucking number 5, you know? Not a $1 burger.
Man, it's gonna cost me $8.
This bitch.
Yeah, so that's the one I had. I found it early in the week. Thought it was a good one that we couldn't pass on.
No, I agree. That's a great one to actually have. I didn't find anything of note. I wasn't really looking, though, either.
No,
I
it's
haven't
all
even
good.
seen anything on goal news. I really am curious as to like
Nothing on the seagulls.
that's what I'm saying is I haven't seen anything on the goals.
You haven't been Googling them enough.
I guess. I mean, I guess not. It's a little fucking disappointing, honestly. I thought like I was ready for them to start their takeover. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing over there?
Joke's on you. They've already taken over.
Yeah, that's like worst case, right? Like they're already here.
Not only have they taken over, but they're also PRing their own shit. That's why you can't find any bad articles on them anymore.
Yeah, true. Yeah. They've taken over.
Well, if this is the end, if you guys want to wrap it here, we can wrap it here.
Yeah, I've got to at least get dinner going soon.
Man, who needs to go to work tomorrow anyway? Just you got PTO, use it.
Are you paying me?
No, your PTO's paying you.
Okay, so you're not paying me?
No, your PTO's paying you. That's why I just said you have PTO, use it.
PTO, fucking use it.
You know, if you don't, and you